somewhere around 10. When I was younger, I would say, when I was younger, I would say maybe like a tween, maybe 10-ish. Maybe I could pinpoint her somewhere around 10. I was sure my parents and all the adults were keeping secrets. Did y'all feel like, yeah, like y'all are hiding something? Like all the shit y'all are telling me about why we do this and that. You're hiding something here. I don't really trust what's happening here. And then as I got older, I tried to figure it out, and I think I've come to a conclusion. I think that even they didn't know what the secret was, and they were just doing it because their parents did it, right? Which we probably all agree on. They just didn't question it. A lot of generations, they just didn't question it. The cat threw me off, I think. So basically, I was calling BS, and then I decided this is what I've come up with. I'm pretty sure somewhere along the line, one of the humans in our past, or a group of them, became afraid of death. And then they became afraid of life. So it became, I'm afraid of dying, so I'm afraid of living. And so then you can't be happy. You got to make up rules because you're scared, and we got to follow these rules. Well, we got to follow these rules too. And if you don't follow the rules, then we're either going to kick you out, or else we're all going to start doing that. You know. So okay, this is an edgy thing, reaction. So given that, I prefer to live, and I think all of us would agree that we prefer to not be afraid of living. So we are pro-life. Sorry, we all know that. Just kidding. In the other way it's used. Also, I figured out, because I'm deep thinking, I figured out where the soul resides. It's a big question. It is in our shoes. Now, some of us aren't wearing them, but you know, sometimes there are souls in our Crocs, our sandals. Here, I'm bearing my souls to you all. Kind of fleshy, kind of tender at parts, kind of rough at other parts. You know, at some point, there will be no flesh and it'll just be bone, right? It happens to all of us. And so that will lead me into the next part. Some of us have seen kids, or babies, toddlers, learn to walk. I got to see it at least for my 3, and I was also teaching, but they were a little bit older. The kids I was teaching, 3 to 6-year-olds. Of course, they had already, usually, all of them had learned to walk by that point. Not everyone, has the ability to do that. I want to recognize that. But I got to see it 3 times, and with my oldest one is when I remembered the best. And she started before she was 1, and I remember her feet were so small. And I was like, how are you doing that? It's like almost like on stilts. Right? Like there's almost nothing there. And but she would run. So okay. That is to say, I spend a lot of time as a stay-at-home parent. I care a lot about parenting and about the way I've done it. I definitely don't follow like the norm in the way I parent. So here's an example. My youngest is 7 right now, and he asks for toys. You saw some of his his figures in there. There are a lot of posable things. That's what he's into now. So he'll ask constantly. He'll get one in the mail and he'll be like, there's a picture of another one on the box. I want that one. I get it. I was there. But as a parent, you got to decide, okay, well, what kind of behaviors do we want to enforce, and what do we want to maybe kind of give a little feedback? So I remember, do you just remember this fucked up thing that parents used to do? I think it's real. if they found a kid smoking, they make them smoke a whole pack, like right then and there. Okay, so I was thinking about how fucked up that was, and so the next time he asked me for a figure, I had him smoke a whole pack. Hey, that's not true, but I'm a parent who thinks outside the box. Is what I'm trying to say. Smoke them all. Okay. Now to the radio drama. This is what I've decided.